Welcome to Small Brains, Big Journey, the only podcast where the hosts are charming enough that even if we say something offensive, we won't get canceled.
Don't start too soon.
Starting on a great note.
We would never say anything so offensive that it needs to be cut out. Just so you guys know, nothing that we've ever said has been needed to be cut out from any episode. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good. We just got boba.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I love boba.
You guys are both boba fans?
Yes.
Of course.
What's your favorite? What's your guys' favorite flavor of boba?
Panda.
Essence of panda.
I don't know what flavor it is. I just know it's called panda milk tea. So I'm assuming it has panda in it.
You don't know, what does it taste like?
Milk.
Panda
Yeah, panda.
milk. Is it like
Panda milk. From the new milk of panda, you know.
I would love to try panda milk. I would love to try like all of like the milk from every animal.
If you had to pick one to pick, which animal would you pick to try their milk?
Platypus.
You immediately knew.
I was gonna say human.
Because Phineas and Ferb had the platypus, and they were talking about how they excrete milk or whatever. And
Isn't there milk blue? Something.
Is it?
There's something weird about, or there are many weird things
Perry?
about platypuses.
Oh.
No, maybe that's why he's blue. He's always milky. Or isn't there sweat? Maybe their sweat is.
I don't know.
There's something. Hold on.
I don't know much
Did you
about
say they excrete milk?
something, or they
out of their
sweat
skin?
milk. Or,
Ew.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what it is. They sweat
And then
milk. You're
their
right.
babies just lick it off?
I don't know how that works. I don't
How
know.
do their babies get
Phineas
it?
and Ferb did not go over all of the different ways that the milk happens. They just said that they sweat milk.
Fair enough.
And ever since then, I've been curious.
Yeah. So they platypuses don't have teats, so the milk just oozes from the surface of their
Ew.
skin.
That's so strange.
That's why I want to try it, though. It's weird.
Apparently. Oh, interesting. Apparently, because milk coming out of your skin is less hygienic than milk coming out of your teat, platypus milk contains powerful antibacterial proteins, which apparently scientists are trying to use to create powerful antibiotics.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my answer. Platypus.
Yeah. Dude, it'd be like... Dude, if you made yogurt out of that... No, wait. Yogurt's probiotic. So it would counter it.
Yeah,
because they're antibiotic.
I wonder if you could, because yogurt requires bacteria.
Right. You're right.
So I wonder... Well, not all.
You know about this stuff. You work in genetics and stuff, right? Do you ever work with platypus milk?
Every day. No, not at all.
Speaking of which, what's your favorite gene?
I'm actually starting to know a bit more about genes, but just because I'm taking a class online. I do know Sonic is pretty cool. I forget what the other one is. There is one that it's like, if you don't have it, you don't grow limbs. And I thought that one was pretty cool. I think,
Did you see the embryos that
dude, this
develop?
class is wild. Like the pictures that you see on there, they'll just be like, oh, like here's like what this, like if this doesn't develop correctly, like you don't get a skull. Here's a picture of a baby that wasn't given a skull or whatever. And then it's just like the little like brain just sticking out and it's like orange and you're like, that's kind of gross.
Oh
If any of our viewers/listeners were born without a skull, please let us know. We would love to.
Those ones aren't viable.
Well, but if you made it, I would love for you to let us know by emailing us at smallbrainsbigjourney@gmail.com.
But it's not viable. So
That's probably what they said about me. And look where I am. That's not offensive to say.
oh no,
That's not gonna get cut, is it?
this is the ableist one.
I'm not the right person to ask.
I don't know if that's not offensive. It's okay. I think it's fine.
We accidentally did go ableist.
So it's not ableist. If anything, I'm being like pro-able. Because I'm saying that, like, I'm trying to
Pro-able.
support people who don't have skulls.
Pro-able, but that just means that you're for people that are abled.
No, I'm
just ableist.
no, I'm saying that, like, I'm pro any ability, any amount of ableness. I think all people
Okay.
are able.
Okay.
Cut that.
Our producer's already cutting everything.
He's making notes right now.
Like, that's not okay. That's not okay.
You know, it's funny that we talked so much about dairy products already.
Do you have a dairy-based thing going on?
I do have a dairy-based thing going
Wait,
on.
does a dairy product need to be from a cow? No, sorry. Because
Well-
goat's milk is dairy, right?
Is it
Yeah.
dairy?
Or-
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
so it's not like inherently cow.
No
product.
offense, but that was like an extremely dumb question.
Hey, I also was curious, so...
My teachers always said there's no such thing.
As what?
A dumb question.
Oh.
I thought you meant your teacher said there was no such thing as non-cow dairy.
That's what I also thought you meant by that. Which I was like, where does that come up?
My teachers always said.
If it's not from a cow, it's not dairy.
It's the only thing I learned. Trina, I apologize. Your question wasn't dumb. You are.
There's no such thing as a dumb question. There's just a dumb person.
That is the premise of this podcast. Small brain.
Trina, it's okay that you're dumb because so are we. Just about different things. But yeah,
That's comforting.
correct me if I'm wrong. Send it to smallbrainsbigjourney@gmail.com. But I'm pretty sure that as long as it like comes from an animal's teats, it's dairy.
Okay.
Wait, but then for platypi,
That's true. I guess platypus cheese wouldn't be a dairy, or it probably would be. It's probably just any milk product.
It is milk. Wait, are they mammals? They're
Yes,
mammals. That's
they
right.
are.
They have eggs, but they're mammals.
I know we're trying to move on,
No,
but
please.
the image in my mind is right now is like a facility that harvests like platypus milk, and in my head they're all just hanging from the ceiling, and every once in a while you just like wring it out.
I don't know why my thought
It's
was
just like a vat underneath.
Wait, as soon as you said like a factory, I imagined they had them on like little treadmills, like you're gonna sweat more.
That's
a literal
a lot cuter.
a literal sweatshop.
They have like those like leg rollers for when you have like leg cramps.
Yeah,
They get
dude,
those
just
like
ring it down the hanging belt platypus.
I was thinking, or do it by hand, wring the platypus
Yeah.
like a towel.
I just had to share that image.
I'm glad.
Stay tuned for next week when we bring a real life platypus.
Oh, if anyone listening is an artist, if you could draw our platypus milk factory and send it in to
Yes.
Big Brains or Small.
No,
What's our email?
small brains,
smallbrainsbigjourney@gmail.com or
Yeah.
not big brains.
or our Instagram,
Tag us. Post on Instagram. Tag us.
smallbrainsbigjourney.
And yeah.
I would love fan art. Fan art would make me so happy.
I'm scared of fan art. I don't know what happens with that.
Can you draw us? Can you draw the three of us as platypuses getting wrung out?
Three of us specifically.
If you do that, I'll send you 1 cent on Venmo, maybe, if I feel like it.
Maybe.
Again, it's funny we're talking so much about milk and stuff because something that one of my segments for today is very cheese related.
Oh,
Or very well. I already gave away that
Pretty
it's
cheesy?
related to cheese. So apparently, last week, a pretty amazing event occurred, which is, wait, what is it called? It's the what is it? Where's the name for it?
This is very unprofessional of you.
I thought I had the name in front of me because I want to like say what it is.
everyone's
Oh, it's
unsubscribing right now.
I have it written down. Oh, okay. Before we get to this, I wanted to say, as just like a kind of in memoriam, I lost my podcast notebook.
Oh
Rip.
But luckily, throughout the years, I've attained many notebooks for free that I'd never used. So I have a backup. So I wrote some
no! Now
stuff
you
down.
don't know to do. Be happy.
It's true. I haven't been happy. I haven't been happy since I lost it. But I'm happy now because last week was the World Cheese Awards. The 2022 World Cheese Awards.
Whoa.
What the heck?
Who won?
Oh, I'm going to let you know. Basically, a bunch of cheese people met up in the United Kingdom, but people both providing
Wait.
providing their cheeses and
By cheese people, do you mean people made of cheese or people really into cheese?
I would be surprised if there were no people made of cheese here. But I think primarily it was people providing / tasting cheese. Do you want to know how many cheeses were gathered for this event?
50,000.
Wait, let me guess.
Okay.
Okay, so that's too high.
That's a little that makes the real numbers seem a lot less impressive.
I hate it when that happens.
You made it sound like so many. I was like, there's gotta be.
It is a lot.
200.
I'm glad. Okay, that makes me happier. Because the real number is 4,434 cheeses
Wow.
from
That's
42
crazy.
countries.
Wow.
So it's a lot.
Actually, I feel like the number of countries is more impressive than the number of cheese.
I don't know if I could name 42
yeah,
countries.
like 42 countries
That'll
in
be-
one place. That's kind of crazy.
Next episode, we'll try to name as many countries as possible.
I will get to like 5 and then
no.
forget.
5.
No.
Just
Actually,
name-
I believe that.
Just name the same 5
From
over
you.
and over.
Actually, I could probably do better with countries than states. I feel like I couldn't name that many states. I'm not good at geography, like almost at all, but I did have to take like Latin American studies. I'm like, I feel like I know a lot of those countries decently enough.
I do think that I could name more countries than I could states, but I think that's because I know more than 50 countries.
There's also just more countries. Than
Yeah.
Yeah,
states.
that's true. It's not that impressive, I guess.
More to choose from.
Yeah. Anyway, cheese. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that I didn't
love
know
cheese.
I didn't know that this was a thing. I feel like we started out super excited. We were talking about all this great stuff. Now that I'm talking about the cheese.
No, I
awards,
love cheese.
I feel like we're not.
Cheese.
I'm trying to keep the energy up.
Hi.
But so you guys are cheese fans? I love cheese
I
personally.
love cheese, especially goat cheese.
Yeah, we're big goat cheese stands over here in this house.
Trina taught me about goat cheese because I never had it before and
Really?
changed my life.
On her birthday, we made a cheese platter.
Wait, was it
And-
my birthday?
Oh.
I don't think
Maybe
it was my birthday. I don't know whose birthday it was, but I don't know if it was
I
mine.
just thought it was yours.
It felt like a birthday.
No, I don't think it
I
was
think
my birthday.
the picture I have from that event is you on the couch with the whole cheese plate on your lap.
I don't
so
know.
in my head,
I don't know whose birthday it was, but apparently you remember me the most from whoever's birthday.
could have been Lizzie's or.
That would have been funny if it was your birthday.
Whoa! What if it was? It could have been.
For your birthday, you gave Megan a bunch of cheese. I agree. Goat cheese is probably my favorite cheese as well.
It's good.
Would
We
you-
should have had some cheese to try during the podcast. Like a charcuterie board right here.
I have a little tiny thing of cheese, but I don't have any crackers for it. It's just cheese. I forgot to
I
buy
have
crackers.
about like 200 saltines in my pantry.
We're
we
ready
should
to
do
go.
the saltine challenge.
I can do it.
Honestly,
Bet.
I'm down.
We could do that for the next episode.
Okay.
We're gonna name
stocked up.
We're gonna name countries and we're gonna do saltines. We already
Yeah.
got 2 segments.
It's gonna
Great,
be
because I only
busy.
wrote down enough segments for one episode. But
Can we like write down like a piece of paper all the countries? I feel like I can do better if I can write.
Oh, me too.
no.
Oh.
By the way, I think it's worth mentioning. So I've like interrupted my own segment like 58 times at this point. We're probably not going to get through all the cheese stuff, but I think it's worth mentioning that we might be recording 2 episodes in a row right now because one of our co-hosts is going to be gone for some time.
I am.
I don't know if you wanted to talk about that at all,
In an
but
undisclosed location with undisclosed people.
Trina and our producer are sneaking away to another
We're
country.
eloping. Just kidding. I wish.
They're eloping, but they're also getting married next year.
That's true. I didn't know if
That's what you think.
I bought my bridesmaid dress. I just got it today.
So
What am I wearing this dress to?
here's some spicy lore for all you people keeping track of the lore of the podcast. Is that Trina is currently engaged to our producer? Mm-hmm. I didn't know if you wanted to reveal that, but
It's very
too late.
scandalous, dating a coworker. But
Especially if you were dating them before the job existed.
If anything, I think it's kind of messed up that you're on the show because I feel like you're only here because of your connection to the producer,
or vice versa.
Oh yeah, he's only. That's true. Josh has no talent. He just happens to know you. You can cut that out, Josh.
Josh has lots of talent.
But yeah, so
Very talent.
and that's
Much
also
skill.
It's also worth mentioning. It's also worth mentioning we haven't by the point of recording this episode, we still have released 0 episodes, which is why it's not because everyone listening to this podcast has chosen not to send us emails. It's because we haven't released the podcast and no one has known to send us emails yet.
Except The Rock.
The Rock, that's true. Dwayne, we're still waiting to reveal his email because he felt very uncomfortable with his being the only one we read. So his was going to be in the middle of our next email segment.
Yeah, we signed a contract with him to make sure it's released at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we haven't released any episodes yet. That's why we haven't read your emails on air yet. But you can send your emails smallbrainsbigjourney@gmail.com. Anyway, cheese. So
Right.
I love cheese. Apparently, there were 4,434 cheeses from 42 different countries in one room. They had a bunch of...
One room. The smell of that room.
Yeah. Imagine. I can't even imagine the smell of cheese of one cheese in one room.
Have you not had cheese before?
What's wrong with you?
Not all of us lived in excess like you guys in our childhood.
And gluttony.
Having those single
Craft cheeses
Yes.
wrapped in plastic.
Not all of us could afford charcuterie boards for our birthdays.
for someone's birthday at some point.
For someone else's birthday. So, okay. Take a guess.
I think anytime Daniel does anything now, we're just gonna all emulate.
The hand motions.
Okay, so for our audio only / non-visually inclined audience members.
Our blind sorry.
Non-visually inclined.
I let it slip. Start the sentence over.
It's okay because there's nothing wrong with being blind. So it's not
True.
it's okay to call someone blind. Mm-hmm. I think unless that's canceled now. I'm not a blind person. So
By the time this comes out, who knows?
Visually impaired.
If any blind people listening to this wants to mail in some letters, I can actually read them.
That's true.
'Cause I know Braille.
Trina can read Braille.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That
would be sick.
We should find a way to do some kind of Braille segment.
Yeah. I can teach you guys some Braille. I can bring my Brailler. I have a machine.
Do it. I want to learn.
I love that it's called
Anyway,
a Brailler.
sorry.
So for our non-visual audience, Trina and Megan are making fun of me because I'm giving context for why we broke out in laughter earlier. They're making fun of me because I use a lot of hand gestures when I talk.
That.
Yeah.
Honestly, making fun of you. We're just emulating you.
As soon as I put both my fingers to my lips, you both immediately did it to mock me. So, which is okay. I get it.
It just looked fun.
I just wanted all of our audience to know whether, because again, I care about all people, no matter how few senses they have.
Hey, we're doing it for the thumbnail.
That's true. That should be our thumbnail. Is all of us.
Yeah. Make a note of that.
He's not listening.
So back to cheese. I think this is gonna be the whole episode. Is me trying to get through the cheese.
We actually have plenty of segments for us.
It makes it more fun to not go to segments.
What kind of cheese do you guys think won? Because there was a winner.
Ooh. Do I know this kind of cheese, or is it
that's
very
the main
specialized?
question.
It is. Yeah,
it's basic enough.
It's the way that it's described here is this type of cheese from this country. So guess the type of cheese, and I can't say for sure that you guys. This is a cheese that I assume you have heard of.
Cheddar.
Cheddar from America.
No. I don't know. I don't think I know that many types of cheese, so I'm gonna go with Brie from France.
That's not a bad guess. I mean, it's wrong. But
Yeah,
it's not a bad
I
guess.
figured, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know that many types of cheese. I feel like I know goat cheese, Brie, cheddar, mozzarella.
Monterey Jack.
I forgot about that one.
I will
Pepper
say
Jack.
Parmesan.
Did you say provolone?
I did not say provolone,
Have we named it yet? Don't tell us. Don't say it.
but also say it.
I will say it's not pepper jack
Is it?
or Monterey.
That's like my favorite.
I do love
On a
pepper jack.
sandwich.
Was it Parmesan?
No.
Oh shoot.
I will say you guys did not name it.
Oh, shoot. I think that's all the kinds of cheeses I know. Though.
Wait.
Trina's meditating.
Is it one that I find at a grocery store? Like a normal grocery store? Like
I will say I've never purchased this type of cheese before, but
Oh, Gruyere. Was it really?
is Gruyere.
No way!
what is
Yeah.
that?
I don't know why, but you saying that just like it. I had a premonition.
You're
like your
psychic.
mom.
For the audience, my mother is psychic. Okay, moving on.
I've never heard of that kind of cheese before.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Gruyere.
Gruyere.
I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I assume you guys have heard of it, but it's possible. Gruyere is like in the middle ground, where it's like the average cheese consumer has heard of Gruyere.
You're below average.
You're below average.
To be fair, I only started learning about like there was like I mean I obviously knew there was other kinds of cheeses, but I didn't really like acknowledge any of them until college.
We should do some kind of cheese tasting, like blindfold.
delicious.
We should, because we have a Trina doesn't know movies. We should have a Megan doesn't know cheese, and blindfold Megan, I'll blindfold both of you. You guys can see who's the better cheese taster.
Oh,
That'd
we
be
could
so
also
fun.
because I've had this argument before with other people before, but in my brain there's 3 kinds of apples. There's red, green, and yellow. And I think that could also be a thing of just like other kinds of apples exist. But in my brain, they're all the freaking same.
We can do that too. I will say, probably the most shameful fact about myself is that my favorite apple is Red Delicious.
Do you like mush?
I do.
It's just the red one.
I love a mushy, grainy apple.
Ew.
That
Just
makes
eat-
me so sad.
Just eat applesauce. What the heck is your problem?
I love applesauce.
Do you
I mean,
drink it like
yeah.
a beverage?
Applesauce?
Applesauce?
That's what my old non
Nondescript.
yeah. That's it. Cut that. Okay.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I'm sorry. My nondescript roommate that I used to live with drank applesauce like a drink out of the
I don't
container.
like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I would do that, to be honest. I love applesauce. I wouldn't do that just because, like, that kind of weirds me out. But I would eat applesauce, like, from a bowl.
Ugh.
I also sometimes get the little, like, applesauce, like, cups, like, snack packs.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy those.
I feel like the only time I ever really ate applesauce is like back when like I didn't know how to take pills yet, and you just like have to crush them up and throw them in the applesauce.
So like yesterday.
Yeah, like 2 days ago.
So,
Sorry. No more interruptions.
Cheese.
no, please continue interrupting if you have interruptions. It was a Gruyere from Switzerland.
Switzerland.
I always forget about Switzerland. If that was on my country list, I mean, it wouldn't be. I just wouldn't remember that it exists.
The Le Gruyere AOP Souchois, entered by Swiss cheesemaker Vorderfultigen and Affineur. Apparently, an
I
Affineur is
like
a
that
refiner.
it's a Swiss cheese maker. As it like Swiss cheese maker, but it's actually a Swiss cheese maker.
It's a Swiss cheesemaker who, in their free time, made Gruyere. But normally they make Swiss cheese.
I don't know.
I don't like Swiss cheese.
No, that's why I don't remember it because
It's kind of plain.
Swiss cheese is one of my least favorites. I like a cheese that melts nice. When you melt Swiss, it's kind of gross, I think.
it's very gross.
It doesn't melt. It's not a good melter, I think.
I mean, I don't melt cheese often, but also it's just, I'm like, why is there holes in it? It takes away from the cheese eating experience. Like, it
Man.
has a little
Ripped
gap.
off.
You,
It has a
It's
gap.
true, you're paying for less cheese.
for air.
I will say the revelation that you don't know what Swiss cheese is, or didn't know what Swiss cheese is, has confirmed that we need to do a cheese tasting segment.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's awesome.
I feel like I've heard of it, but I feel like, I don't know, like, I didn't, like, think of it as a kind of cheese.
That's so funny.
Oopsies.
So, the cheese was made by Werner Fultigen and refiner Jormino. It's described, the judges described it, so they were judges. They tasted all 4,000 cheeses. Some of them were not good. It's so I was reading in the article, it like describes some of the cheeses they didn't like, and it's crazy because they're eating the cheeses like in front of the people who brought them and made them.
Oh no.
And there were some cheeses where they're like, oh, like this is not good cheese. Like if we had tried this a couple days ago, maybe it would have been good, but this cheese is bad now. And I just imagine like the people, because like if you're so dedicated to cheese that you're bringing it to the World Cheese Awards, then how devastating is it to hear the judges say your cheese sucks? You know.
Oh, man.
It was kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But this cheese was described by judges as a really refined, handcrafted cheese that melts on the tongue and has notes of herbs, fruits, and leather.
Leather?
A cheese with a lot of taste and bouquet.
I feel like now I don't like the idea of this cheese. If I'm like, oh, it tastes like leather, I'd be like, that's disgusting. I'm not eating that.
It's usually
again.
a bad thing.
Yeah. I've never been eating anything and been like, oh, good, it tastes like leather.
My favorite.
The second place was a Gorgonzola Dulce.
I do like Gorgonzola.
I love Gorgonzola. You're a Gorgonzola fan?
Never heard of that.
Gorgonzola. Have you had blue cheese?
I've never had it, but I like have seen it before.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. Gorgonzola is very like divisive. Like Gorgonzola is blue cheese but more. And blue cheese is already divisive enough as it is. Mm-hmm. You put Gorgonzola into the mix, and like, their fists are going to be thrown at some point.
Yeah.
But I love Gorgonzola as well.
I like it.
Congratulations to Werner Fultigen and Jormino. You guys did a great cheese.
If you're listening, we'd love to have you on the podcast.
So, moving on to our segment. That's a great idea. Moving on to our segment, Ad Break. Today we're sponsored by Vorterfolgen and Jormino. They make a...
Sorry, I didn't know they already have heard of us, reached out.
If you guys want to be on the show, please...
Don't.
Please don't. Audience members are little neurons. If you guys know Vorterfolgen and Jormino, reach out to them. Let them know that we're interested in having them on the show. And if they want to bring some of their Gruyere.
Or their Swiss, even.
Or their...
I would take that.
Please tell them to come to our
I don't even know if they make Swiss.
So today we're sponsored by Vorterfolgen and Jormino, Swiss cheesemakers.
Please come to our nondescript location.
From Switzerland.
Swiss Gruyere Swiss cheesemakers.
Are you drunk?
That was really hard to say.
Swish.
Swish cheese.
Swish cheese.
They swish the milk around their mouth.
Ew.
Spit it out as cheese.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that was gross. Sorry.
Going back to I've decided I'm not done with this segment.
Okay.
So one of the judges here is describing a cheese that they didn't like.
Oh, no.
It was a brie style cheese.
I love brie.
I love brie as well. I love like brie on toast. Very tasty. According to Danielle Bliss, who was one of the judges, she described this brie-style product as very one-dimensional. It could be good for cooking or baking, but it isn't the best cheese in the world. I'm looking for a cheese that takes me on a journey.
Danielle, please be nice to others.
Danielle, I respect it.
What was the name of the cheesemaker? Did it say?
I think that the writers of this article preserved their dignity and did not say.
I was going to invite them to come where their cheese will be appreciated, which is here.
You know who you are. Mm-hmm. Bring your brie-style cheese here.
Bring your one-dimensional cheese right here.
And we'll critique it to your face.
But I will say, Danielle Bliss is looking to be on a journey. So are we. Because the Small Brains Big Journey is the name of our show.
That is true.
It is.
But we don't support her.
Yeah, I support her.
I think Danielle was a bit mean.
I'm not gonna
First fight.
I
We're gonna
this,
fight.
This might
Danielle?
tear the show apart. Us all disagreeing about Danielle Bliss.
Yeah, we're gonna get into a skirmish.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be me and Trina versus you and Danielle.
Dude, Danielle
Danielle
and Danielle. Dude,
What if you got married? You could be Daniel Bliss. Dan and Daniel
Wait,
Bliss.
why would
Yeah,
he would take her last name?
He's one of the gals.
That's fair.
I actually am very open to taking. If I were to ever get married, I would be very open to taking their last name.
See, I knew you would.
Honestly, if it was Bliss, I'd probably go by Daniel Bliss. I like that.
That sounds like a good podcaster name.
Okay, so my name now is Daniel Bliss. Please only refer to me as Daniel Bliss.
I don't know if you can do that.
I think I can.
You're just gonna.
You can change your name with me when I change my name next year.
Except then he'd have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But so I would take it like on a case by case basis for every time I get married, but but like I think it should be based on who has the cooler last name.
That's fair.
I like Bliss better than Hoagland. No offense to my fellow Hoaglands out there. I actually do quite like my last name, but I'm open to changing it.
Yeah, people know your first and last name.
Oh shoot.
The first episode I revealed my middle name as well.
Whoa.
Oh, we need another digit of your social security number, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what I left on last time. So we're gonna go with 1.
Speaking of continuous bits that involve numbers, I totally forgot. We need to continue the segment that I call Journey. What's it? Journey into. I actually lost my journal or my notebook,
no.
so this might be a different name. I don't remember what I called it, but I think it was Journey into Love, which is where we go through the 36 questions. I have a hair in my mouth.
Ew.
We go through the 36 questions that lead to love. If you don't know, now you know. These researchers came up with 36 questions that if you and your partner answer all 36 of them to each other and then stare into each other's eyes for 2 to 4 minutes, which once we get through all these questions, I will do for you, then you will fall in love. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, we are all looking for platonic love.
The best kind.
But love nonetheless. So this is very exciting. I've already rolled the number, and
is it a good one?
It's no.
Okay.
But the question we'll see. We'll see. But what's exciting about it is that it's in set 3. This is our first set 3 question.
I'm not ready.
So the questions are
sweating.
The questions are broken up into 3 sets. Set 1, set 2, set 3. Self-explanatory. As you progress through the sets, the questions become deeper, more personal, more dredging up your own baggage and emotions. Mm-hmm. So today, the question that we're answering is question number 27.
Whoa, that's too deep, man.
Getting close to the end.
Oh shoot!
Wait, there was 36.
There's 36.
Shoot.
Question number 27. If you were going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important for him or her to know.
Wait.
So in this instance, we are each other's partners. Platonic partners.
Wait,
if you were going to become a close friend to us, what would be important for us to know about you?
But isn't it? Oh, these questions are before you're close friends with your partner. I feel like if you're trying to fall in love, you're already close friends with your partner. That's like a number
1 question.
But I get the point. That was just my only confusion.
No, that is true. Well, maybe it's like by this point you're friends, but you're not close friends.
That's
okay,
fair.
Still getting to know each other.
We're friends. We're not close friends.
You're not close friends till you're friends on Venmo.
True.
Which we are.
Oh shoot!
I told you this last time.
I'm really excited for Josh in post have to lower all of our volumes.
When we start shouting.
Yeah, when we start shouting about everything.
Venmo.
So, Megan, if you were going to become a close friend to us, what would be important for us to know?
Why me first?
Trina, if...
I have an answer.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
This was the first thing that came to my mind. And I feel like it represents my weirdness well. So you just have to be okay with that, you know? And recently, something that I would like a friend to know is, a close friend to know, is that one of my favorite parts of the day is when, at the end of the day, especially on these cold days, you know, I'm freezing, time to take a nice shower. I sit in the shower, first of all. That's not even the weird thing I'm about to say. But
It's not.
Gloss over that.
We'll be coming back to that in a moment.
That's a whole different segment.
But recently, my favorite thing to do in the shower is to lay on my back and stick my feet in the air so the water hits the bottom of my feet, and it feels so good.
What? Excuse me?
Is that the vein we were going for?
I don't know if that's...
Was I supposed to be like, say something deep?
I'm just confused.
You guys need to try it. It's so good when my feet are just little ice cubes. They're so cold, and then you stick them up in the hot water.
Did you know if you're standing in the shower, your feet by default get hit by the water?
You know, it kind of... That's unhinged. But it kind of makes sense because your feet are one of your more sensitive parts of your body.
Like the tapping of the stream of water hitting the bottom of your feet. It's like a little massage. Like it kind of tickles and it's warm.
I will say, I feel like that almost make it easier. Like if I'm imagining it right, it's like if after you're shaving your legs, it'd be easy to get like all like the shaving cream off.
Yeah.
Although, I guess it depends on the way it's going at, but I feel like it would then put all the shaving cream into your face.
Okay. Just wash it right.
Everyone at home, please try this.
Mm-hmm. Just as my co-hosts will try it.
Yeah, I for sure.
Maybe.
Right after this, I'm gonna take a step. I'm gonna step into the shower and.
Our shower?
Yeah.
You should do it in the exact shower that I do it in.
Yeah,
so I really know.
Control all the variables.
Yeah, the power of the shower head. I'll adjust the water temperature.
What temp do you go for?
Pretty hot. Well, because my shower water has to be hotter than the average person's because I sit, and you would be surprised how much heat gets lost from the journey from the shower head to me.
I feel like all of your problems can be solved by standing.
I would never.
It's like your feet are cold. It's like the water's cold by the time it gets to the bottom. It's like if you were standing, the issues would just go away.
Trina, when did you discover this new technique?
Pretty recently. Probably like a couple months ago.
So, famously, one of your famous attributes is that you sit in the shower, as you mentioned. Mm-hmm. Do you sit in the shower every time you take a shower?
Yeah. Every time. Unless I'm trying to be fast. Like it's really, really fast. My showers are pretty average length even when I'm sitting. But if I need to be quick, I will stand. But that's pretty much the only time. And in the dorms in college.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to sit in the communal. Mm-hmm. Then you'll get athlete's foot in places that are not feet.
Is that possible?
Probably. I mean, athlete's foot is just like a fungus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you could probably get it wherever fungus can go. Mm-hmm. Megan, if you were going to become close friends with us, what would be important for us to know?
I feel like I don't have anything that, like, you guys don't already know. Like, I don't have, like, I'm not doing weird stuff in the shower.
But you should.
Not yet.
Yep, not yet. I feel like what's important to know, though, is probably I am very much an alpha walker. I always like to walk in
Good
front,
answer.
but I never know where I'm going. So if like you're walking with me and it's just like I'm like confidently like, oh, I'm headed in the right direction. This is where we need to go. It's not. It's never where we're supposed to be going. It's always in the wrong direction. I will take you like 5 miles the wrong way because I don't know where I'm going. I just like to walk.
You know, it's funny. I'm the opposite. I'm an omega walker, where I don't. I really don't like. I get really anxious when people are like right behind me, so I always put myself in the very back of the group. 'Cause it's like this. I always like. It's like the thing that like stereotypically like people in the military. I was never in the military, and hopefully never will be. No offense to people who are or have been, but like the thing where like you sit down in like a restaurant and you like look at all the exits and sit in a place where your back is covered. I'm like that. I don't like having vulnerable spots.
See,
So I don't like people being right behind me. But I usually do know where we're supposed to be going. But when
you
we're
don't
led,
say anything.
but then we're led in the wrong direction, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let this play out.
You let us like once like walk like 10 minutes the wrong direction because you were the only one that knew how to get there, and because like I'm just walking ahead like do. I think I know where I'm going.
You guys seem
But-
so confident. I
but
thought you were taking a
no,
shortcut.
I always walk confidently, but the issue is too. It's just like I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about. My brain just wiped. I don't know what happened.
The sentence just died halfway through.
No, it happens all the time. I like to walk in front because I can't hear anyone unless if like they're behind me. Because I feel like when I'm walking in the back, all the voices are going that direction, and then I can't hear anyone. So I'm like, I want to walk in the front so I can hear everyone speak behind me. But then I don't know where I'm going, and no one tells me where to go because they assume I know where I'm going.
That's why I like to walk in the back, because I like to be heard, but I don't want to hear anyone else. Me. I'm done talking about you guys. What's important about me for you guys to know about me? One.
There's more than one?
You get one.
Okay. No. That one's no good. That one's a maybe, but no. Okay. I've trimmed down all 528 possible options and I've chosen one. I'm like a pretty cool guy. In fact, so I think that I'm like so cool and hip that people find me intimidating. So what's should be known about me if you're gonna be a close friend is it's okay to like feel less than me because you are. So if you have any answers to question 27, if you were going to become a close friend to your partner, which in this case is us, we're your new life partner.
We're all your partner.
We are your platonic partner. Please share what would be important for us to know. You can email your answer at smallbrainsbigjourney@gmail.com.
At gmail@gmail.com.
Send it to Gmail. Let them know we sent you. They'll get you where you need to go.
We're like an operator line. How did you answer that question without being vulnerable at all? Not even a little bit.
Would you? Okay, I can be vulnerable.
I don't know. I think you told the audience exactly what they needed to hear.
Were we being vulnerable though? I don't know if that.
Oh.
Trina was very vulnerable.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll be a little more vulnerable. So, I often have opinions that differ from the majority opinion. Things like I love black licorice. I love chocolate covered raisins. Mm-hmm. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I really like things that everyone else hates, and I hate things that everyone else likes. What you should know is that it's not on purpose. I was born with bad taste. So I truly do not base the things that I like and hate on the opposite of what everyone else does. It just so happens that everything I love, everyone else hates, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. So you're not doing it to be
a
devil's advocate.
Sincerely, I know some people will probably not believe me, but I don't care what other people think that much. So for me, I love black licorice, and I don't love it because everyone else hates it. I just like the way it tastes.
Good answer.
And it's okay to be wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I'm sure you guys have gotten used to being wrong about that.
And
no, go ahead.
how do you feel about abortion?
Not again. Cut it already. Just.
This has been a great episode. of Small Brain's Big Journey.
We talked about cheese
That's mostly what we talked about.
and cheese.
Platypi.
Oh,
We
platypus milk.
We talked about cheese and we talked about milk. That's mostly it. But it's, we learned a lot about those subjects.
Yeah.
We learned
Deep
Gruyere
dive.
from Switzerland.
I didn't learn that.
Megan learned what Swiss cheese was, which was exciting for all of us. If you have anything you want to say, we've said it 28 times this episode. smallbrainsbigjourney@gmail.com. Do you guys have anything you'd like to say before we end this episode?
So
Try the shower thing. Your life will be changed.
Don't try
forever.
the shower thing.
And that's a wrap.